Hello, friends. 775 days war between Russia and Ukraine, continuing in different channel as my own is suspended by the YouTube. In southern war zone on Kherson front, no changes at Krinky Bridgehead and Antonovsky Bridge. In Orikho sector, that is towards Zaporizhia, battle continues in Robotin, Verbov northwest direction. Rimivki fight is on in western Staro-Mayorsky, where there are no changes yet. In east on Marinka front, Russian army advanced 200 meters in Novomykhailivka, which it holds now 75%. Towards north of it, that is Mashi Nostroital, there have been no changes. Fight continues in the center of this village. Pobeda, no changes, where Ukrainians are still holding 10% of the establishment. West of Marinka, that is Zorzivka, Ukrainians' counterattacks succeeded to some limit. In north of it, in Krasnogorivka, Russian army made some gains, but by and large no changes. Coming to Avdivka, Nevelsky, no changes. While in Pervomaisky direction, Russians made some advance. In north of Avdivka, after a long time, Russians carried out offensive operations towards Novokalinovo and made some gains. West of Avdivka, Russians made good gains towards Semenovka, where they hold 70% now. Adjacent to it towards Umensky, they made gains about 100 meter. While on Bodichi front, they captured eastern part of it, where the west remains with Ukrainians. Along Durna river on the eastern bank, Bridgehead is lost by the Ukrainians. The advance of Russian army west of Avdivka is continuing, though at slower pace. Nonetheless, Ukrainians are unable to hold their positions. Coming to Chasiv Yar Bakhmut front, Russians have finally captured Bogdanovka and now are able to attack Chasiv Yar from north, in addition to earlier offensive operations from eastern and southern direction. Now Ukrainians, after retreating from here, have established their next line of defense at Kalinina. Russians had tactical gains in Krasnoye and also in southern flank of Bakhmut towards Klishivka and Andriivka. East of Chasiv Yar, Russian army is consolidating its position on the outskirts of Canal micro-district, though with considerable losses. In north towards Kupiansk-Swatovo direction, heavy artillery duels. Russian army is hitting Ukrainians' mechanized and motorized infantry brigade close to Sinkivka. In Terny, Ukrainians launched two counterattacks but without any success. No other changes. Interdiction missions, Russians hit many targets in Kharkov, including supply bases, fuel and lubricant warehouses, aviation schools, and also in Odisha, Dnipro, Donetsk direction. Zelensky has said that they will take revenge for Kharkov because there have been massive destructions there. In Zaporizhia region, it seems an ammunition depot was hit where more than 25,000 shells were detonated. As far as Ukrainians are concerned, they are continuing their interdiction missions in Belgorod with UAVs. 12 of them were shot down and 3 more were shot down over Bryansk. Ukrainians again hit Zaporizhia nuclear power plant, which was confirmed by IAEA, though no material damages were reported. Palestine, Israel, Middle East. IDF has retreated or withdrawn from most of the Gaza front. Regions they claim that they are preparing for RFA offensive, and now they will be using raiding tactics. The IDF chief of staff has admitted that losses have been close to 600 soldiers. That means they are unable to continue their operations in the earlier fashion. Other reason could be tacit understanding between US and Iran and pressure on Israel to withdraw its troops and march on for a permanent peace. In the meantime, there are more attacks in the Red Sea by the Houthis, and it seems they have damaged three ships, including one US warship. Peter Pellegrini has won presidential election in Slovakia, and on his victory, the Hungary's President Orban has congratulated and hoped that now European Union will move towards peace. Thank you for the